Yeah, let's start. All right, so welcome everyone to another episode of From Boys to Men. Today, I'm using my laptop, so don't mind the quality. However, everyone else is using their iPhone, right? Today, I'm
I'm using Samsung actually.
Yeah, there's a nigga on Samsung right here.
F that guy. So today, I'm your host, coming with your questions and scenarios. I've got 2 questions or 3, I believe, and others have got some questions they want to chip in as well. Of course, I'm going to introduce Dre, aka Andre, aka DeAndre in the studio as always. Then we've got Mac Beats.
He's Andre for me.
Andre.
Just Dre. Just keep it Dre, fam.
I like Andre. So anyway, then we
It
go.
sounds Zim. It sounds like a Zim parent who can't say my name. Just says, "Hey, Andre."
Like Andre. Anyway, then we got Mac Beats in his penthouse once again. You know, he's chilling, eating.
Gee, you look like an MMA fighter.
Then we got Craig, aka Craig, the man himself without the do-rag today. Craig, what's happening?
Like, innit?
Well, no do-rag today. What's going on?
I'm Roanas.
I look so handsome today.
There you
Wow,
go.
wow. I love the confidence. Oh my God.
We got Michael Jackson, aka. Then we got Jeffrey, aka Titender, here with us, you know, trying to get them way. Lastly, but not least, we got Fresh Kum, aka Titender once again. He's in the chat, but I don't know if he'll be available to chat here and there.
Jerry, why'd you say Pumla though?
Fam, that's his name. That's his name. That's how he put it. He left. So, question number 1. This is quite deep. We're gonna get straight into it. Attention. So, number 1, I've written it like this. We've all quite clearly got our futures planned to a certain extent. Hamza, if he was here, is a businessman. Tanaka is also, I would say, a businessman. Craig is also a businessman. Titenda Hondura is a fashion designer. Titenda Kaguda is a
Wait, I gotta pause.
What's going on?
No, wait, I've got it written down. Don't worry, Titenda, bro. Don't worry about that.
What's going on?
Yeah, he's reading out what you are. Wait, read it. Start again. Don't mention me as a businessman as well. I'm a multicultural nigga.
Sure. I'm not just a fashion designer.
Huh?
I'm not just a fashion designer.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a box.
Let me start again.
I'm a designer. However, I'm in other fields as well.
Okay.
Not just fashion, but fashion is my main.
Okay. Let me remember that. Okay. So,
Let him finish, man. You might not been long, fam. Shut up.
all right, let me start again. So,
Start again.
we've all quite clearly got our futures planned to a certain extent. Hamza, a businessman. Tanaka, a multicultural, multi-diverse man.
That's what's up.
A businessman. Titenda H is a designer, but much more than a designer. He dwells into other fields as well. Titenda K, American footballer in the making, but also a guy working in the health industry.
I said,
AKA future businessman.
Yo, what's Mac doing? Sorry.
Let him finish, or you man stop pointing out stupid stuff.
Wait,
where's
Honduras and Jeffrey's face? I want to see your face, bro.
Nah, dead.
Now, what you shook about?
I just came out the shower. I need to moisturize my face.
No, I'm tired.
Give me a minute.
/@ businessman, and Mac, a videographer / producer. Got DeAndre, a mathematician / producer.
was still a philanthropist in that.
What?
I'm a philanthropist. Don't worry.
/ philanthropist for Mac as well. And lastly, Darko. I got something written for Darko, but Darko's not here. I'm gonna say, man. I put Darko. I believe you got a gift because I remember when me and Darko were talking.
Laughing.
We were talking, and he was telling me about the weak spots in Sainsbury's. So he's got insight in consumer needs, which I think is a gift that much more than an employee's number. But me saying all of that, I wanted to ask you guys. This what did I say? Where did this come from? How did everyone come to this story? What's their individual story?
Wow. Jerry, I actually love that question. That is beautiful.
And
that's probably the best question I've ever heard.
And lastly, what would you say to the next person who looks up to you? Everyone is
Give up.
You a baby.
My partner
seriously. So, where did this come from? How did you get to it? And what would you say to the next person who looks up to you? Who says, "Oh, wow, that's what you do, my face. How do I do that? How can I be like you? This, that."
Oh, Jerry, I think you should answer the question first, and then go down in the order that you said them out in. Okay.
Right. Me, I would class myself as a. This is, I don't know. I debate myself about this one, but aspiring entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, taking risks in everything that I'm doing. But either way, I do it and I enjoy it. But I got this from my environment. I believe.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I got all of this from my environment. The way social media, seeing that live, seeing how people do it, I'm interested. I want to do it myself. And then seeing is an actual thing that can change your life. I want to change my life. And also, me being a creative, I just love art. I love to express things in a different norm, in a different medium. So, yeah, that's me. And what I say to the next person is, the journey of life or going through your purpose is a lot more. You're never going to really, you're never really going to be able to always hit it. You're not always going to be able to make sure you hit it on the head, but keep thriving, keep going at what you feel as if you should be doing, what you do enjoy, and the blessings or the fruit will start to come. So this one I have is Hamza, but he's not here. So Tanaka, go for it.
Yeah, I told you to piss off because you cannot be me.
How did you get there? How would you say you're at your level right now? Explain.
What level? I'm not on a level. I'm in a dimension.
Nah, this great guy, fam. Jabberwocky.
Anyways, wait, what was it? What's your question, Robert? What's your question? Am I talking to someone that's looking up to me?
No, first explain yourself. How did you get where you are? Really, like mindset or whatever. And also, if someone looks up to you, what are you going to What are you going to say to them? How would you speak to them?
So wait, I'm saying, how did I get here?
No, what made you want to be in the field that you're in? And then you say, how did you get here? And then you give a message to someone that might look up to you.
Oh, okay. I say no more. Oh, that's a nice question, Okay, I feel like some of the things that I've been put into, some of the things I'm involved in, I was put into. It wasn't like a choice I had to make. It was like I feel like God had already made that choice for me. If we are bringing God into this, but I feel like it was always a natural natural thing that was already brought onto me. So music, you know, since day one, that's been a thing, and obviously business has been also something that was day one, just because that's where my parents are at, and mentally that's just how it is. I wouldn't say business as such. I would say I'll call it entrepreneurship, but I feel like obviously the word entrepreneurship has been washed up.
Overused. Yeah,
It's been overused.
yeah.
But like I feel like the actual and the rinsed. I see, yeah, exactly that. But I feel like the entrepreneurship that was there, you know, at all our parents' time, that's real entrepreneurship. Like, that entrepreneurship where it's like you're coming home to a 1-bedroom house, or you're living your bedroom is in the kitchen, that type of life, and then you have to hustle. You're coming back from a 9 to 5, and then from 5 to 10 p.m. you're busting another business, and then da 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 da. That's entrepreneurship. That's real work right there. And
Word.
Yeah, I feel like I've adopted that same mentality. I guess life is a little bit more relaxing and more calmer now. But at the same time, I would say, the entrepreneurship, it was all natural. But everything else, obviously, even design as well. This design stuff, art. My mom does everything, decorating, blah blah blah. Everything to do with like design, in terms of like she does a lot of stuff with decorate. Yeah, man, she loves all that stuff. So I feel like all of that has all been adopted. And this whole room, this is all decorated by me, 100%. And it's like, these are all skills that I've adopted from family, and I've just increased on that, and it's just come out the way it has. And I continue to reach out into ventures that I've never been into, even driving. For niggas that know that the way I drive, I love driving. Cars has always been my thing. Even this Formula One thing is, I know I'm mentioning it now, but it's always been something I've always wanted to do. But it's just now it's a bit, you need to be hella rich to be able to be doing it right now. But it's something I've always wanted to do, and if I could, I would start trying to do it now. But yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, there's really non-stop to the things I can do, or the things that I'm willing to do in terms of things I'm trying to jump into. That's why I was saying you can't really give me a title, because one time today I could be a businessman, tomorrow I'm a singer, then tomorrow, the day after that, I'm a pastor. You know what I'm saying? And then the day after that, I could be, a doctor. So all I'm saying is, it's just, for me, I'm multi. I could be everywhere, every time, this, that. But to whoever the nigga that's watching, I can go tell her. Sorry. To whoever the little the nigga watching and saying I want to be like you, whatever.
They're not that real.
Now the thing is, I've actually got a lot of youngins. My mom's always telling me about youngins that look up to me and stuff. I never talk to them, but I don't actually know what I would say. I feel like it's take life as an experience, and try to experience as much as you can. Obviously, you know what you're not supposed to experience. Drugs. Yeah, for those niggas that do, we're not about that life. But I'm saying, when it comes to experiencing life, in the good things, the good things, and experiencing it as much as you can. Try to get as much under your belt as possible. Like I was just telling Honduras the concept that, if let's say, okay, I put myself as an example. Jay-Z, let's say Jay-Z, right? He loves art, right? And let's say for some reason God will be like, okay, cool, yes, you love music, but I want you to get into this art business. And then I get into the art business, and then I become one of the best artists, whatever, blah blah blah, in terms of art, like this art right here. And then And Jay-Z will see that art, be like, oh, raw, I love your art beat, da 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 da. I'm like, oh yeah, look. Do you like music? Yeah, I make music sometimes. Then boom, now Jay-Z's asking, oh, let's make a track. I was just trying to make that example that yes, you may want to do whatever you're trying to do, but it's always good to diversify and try to be experienced in as many things as possible, because you never know when someone in the position you're trying to be in will be willing to say, yo, come to, you like what I like, but I also know you like this as well. So it's almost like what's that statement? I forgot the statement, but it's just like it kind of all goes around in a circle. So the more you know, the more you're willing to experience, the more your opportunities will open up to you. So the more things will just be like, raw, I'm now a musician, but before I was doing art, but that art is the one that got me to be a musician. Or you see that most rappers or whatever end up doing acting, because they've got people that be like, oh, I love your music, do you want to get into acting? They'll be like, oh yeah, cool. That's why you see even Will Smith is a great example. He started rapping, but he got an opportunity to act. He was like, let me join. Now he's one of the greatest actors of all time. But so the other thing I'm trying to tell this kid is that don't be willing to experience in as many things as you can, and do not feel like one thing is gonna get you there. Don't think one thing is the one that's going to take you there, because you never know. The thing you don't want to do is what's going to actually get you to where you're trying to be.
Yeah, so don't put your eggs in one basket, is what you're basically saying.
Yeah. So try to master as many skills and experiences as possible at your age. That's why you're hearing, as you're young, experience, do as much things as you can, fail as much as you want, because as you're young, this is the time for you to get to that level. So by the time you're 30, 40, you've already got all these things under your belt. And by the time you're 40, when it comes to, this opportunity, you can always jump into it, because you've got that experience, you've got that skill. And so that's what I'll be telling kid. It'll be a nice fat story, but I'm sure it would help them go a long way.
I hear you. I'm gonna take upon that advice for myself as well.
That was beautiful.
That.
Thanks so much.
It was good. I'm sure like a lot of people have taken note and thought of it. But next,
definitely,
Craig.
Who's after me?
Get to where
I feel like I'm in a classroom, fam.
Who's after?
Craig, how did you get to where you are?
After.
And like your story, and what would you say
after me? I'm screaming very.
You can hear you.
Who is after me?
After you is the tender H.
Guy in the.
I will come back to you straight after.
Wow. I don't bring you a pass.
Nah, this guy spoke for too long, I forgot everything.
Well, so I got to basically state what I'm doing and how I got.
Yeah, how did you get to where you are? What you're doing? What would you say to the person who got up to you like, oh, I'm into that as well? This is.
Well, I think obviously you man's already know my name. You get me? For whoever's watching, obviously my name's Tender, and I am a designer. Not just based as a fashion designer. That's my main. However, and a creative designer of STV, which is still yet in the process. And I'm yet to be an interior designer in architecture / architecture as well. So I'm based in different fields of design. I don't like to box myself up, and to where I got to this point of me to be in this field, this whole me, it's always been in me ever since I was a kid. I just remember being in year seven, drawing on my clothes, cutting on my clothes. People mock me, or some people would laugh, like, oh, what the hell are you doing? But it's always been a passion that I'll show up at school uniform. What do they call them?
Non-uniform day.
Non-school uniform. Non-school uniform. Pulling up with some ripped ripped jeans that I literally cut myself, and everyone would just be laughing like, "Yo, how'd you do that? Like, what the hell are you doing?" But to me, it was always like I always used to have this thing within me. Even my parents will go crazy. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, "Oh, whoa, we bought you this clothes. You know, you're going on crazy on them. Like, what are you doing?" But for me, sort of like it was a way of expression. It was a way of me being what I love. That's what I always loved. Like, just scratching up my shoes. It was always within me. So where design came from was I was also studying DT, design and tech. But it's sort of like at the time I didn't really take it seriously. But the thing about me, I'll go back home, just do my research, and then it got to a point where I was interested in structures of homes, how we live, the design aspect, how you can change up, you know, the way of living, how you can be so in such a place, and how an environment can have an impact on your thinking and on your process of how you think, how you talk, how you move. And it can also have an impact on how you feel as a person. And for me, it's always been within me to design something that brings a message, design something which has a movement towards it. And with my brand as well, I'm also more about, I can love design, but I'm also of a message. I love to bring the ideas and things within my head and the message that I have in my head for the next person to come after me. This is not even about me anymore. It's not even about my story. Is about the person who comes after me. It's about the person who gets impacted. Because I still have these people that I still rate, but you know, I think for them, obviously they're enjoying their life, but they don't understand that there's a young person who's still motivated and still looks up to them, but they out here don't even know who I am. And that's the thing that moves me sometimes, that when I try to give up, when I'm like, oh, this is taking long, or blah blah blah, I sort of kind of check back and I'm like, deep this, like I should keep going, because I don't know who's gonna come after me. I don't know, that one kid maybe was in his parents' yard, and he's just willing to get up there, and he knows there's one guy who impacted him, and for me to check that was me one day, that just motivates me for me to be that impact for someone's life. Because I think we all don't understand the meaning of purpose, because I think purpose is deeper than you. It's about the person you're helping. It's about the other person. It's not about you. And I think for me, it's like, my goal is to impact the world, is to impact the youth, is to impact the younger me, the younger me who are still yet to come. And I don't see myself as the goal. I see the people behind me, the people who are still yet to come, as my goal. And if I can only touch that one kid, that would just change my whole life. That's my whole goal. And for a person who's gonna come after me and who looks up to me, let's say later on in life, I would say your goal and your goal and your end goal is within you. Don't search at anyone else. Don't strive so hard. It's within you. Whatever's meant for you is within you. Don't look around. It's within you. You will find it. Don't be out here going in other lanes. Oh, that other person is doing that. Oh, so let me go there. Oh, that it's within you. You know, I think we can tend, obviously, like how Tanaka said, you can be as diverse. You can go in other fields, but don't feel the need to be pushed by other people or the condition of the world. Because I think we can be so conditioned to chase so much that we don't see what's within us and we don't recognize who we are as people. So I think, as and stay young. To the young, stay young, stay within your young mind, because I think with the world is we get so conditioned to grow up, you know, your dreams, they are not going to work out. There's not reality. Grow up, man. That's not going to happen. But I think for me, as long as I get old, I'm still going to be that younger kid who always used to be in my room trying to F up my trousers, trying to cut up my trousers so that I can look nice for non-school. I'm always gonna live in that, and I'm always gonna live in that mind whenever I design my next trousers or my next house or whatever, or next collection for any other kid or any other person out there, for me to still be staying in that mind, because that mind is the one that impacted me to be where I am at. So live in that mind. Don't be so conditioned by the world. Grow up or change up. Nah, you can have influence, but don't stay within you. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna shut up now.
I guess I'm gonna shut up now.
That's a lot. That was good, man. And once again, that's touching someone. Very over to you.
I said the question again, fam. This nigga took him for too long, man. I'm sorry. Say the question. Say the question again.
Question is, where did you get to where you are, physically, mentally? And what would you say, and your story, in other words, and what would you say to the person looking up to you? Like, oh, I think like that, I relate to that. What would you say to them?
How'd I get where I am?
Yeah, physically, mentally, just Craig. How did you get to being Craig, wherever you are? Because there's always someone that relates to that mindset you have, to that. I don't
know. You see me, yeah. I've always been like, I've done so much shit, man. You know, first of all, I used to be interested in art, drawing, things like that, innit? Then I went from that to basketball. Then from basketball to like modeling. Then modeling went to. So I've always been like, it's just too much stuff. You get me? Then I got to this point right now. I was like, I'm 19 and stuff, innit? So I'm like, which path do I want to take, and something like that. So I had to find something. So that's when we talked about this. I think the last podcast, when we talked about if you want to find your purpose in life, you need to look back at the your parents, your father, whatever, stuff like that. So I took the time to just kind of look back into my mom's history, my dad's history, the things that they've been so interested in, the things they've done. It's like one of those things they just do, even though it's not doing much in terms of financial, but they're really interested in it. You get me? And I was like, that might be something. Because I used to be like, I should just be a model. I should just get into fashion. I should do this. But I never really have a true passion for it. Like something that I'm just interested in. But I was like, if I want to get involved in it without having to come up with ideas of drawing or doing all this kind of stuff, how can I put myself in a situation where I'm involved in fashion, but in a different way? I'm not designing stuff. I'm not making stuff. I'm, right now I'm more interested in the marketing side of it. You get me? Like the marketing side of it. When I look at the whole brands and business, I'm always checking how they market their stuff. How, on social media, on billboards, on all this kind of stuff, on movies and stuff like that. So, just kind of looking back on my mom, where I feel like I got this whole kind of business marketing mind from, because she's always been like that. She's always coming up with different businesses pretty much her whole entire life before I was even born. So I was like, okay, I'll just take it from her. And I just started reading books about entrepreneurship, business, mindset, spirituality as well, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of put me in this, I don't know, business mind. Just a cool, you just know what you want to do. You just know where you want to go, how you want to get there, And I just feel like it's not just for me. It's not just about getting so good in marketing, fashion brands or whatever it is. I feel like once I get there, there's another stage I'm gonna need to another goal. It's so huge. It's overwhelming. If I say it right now, you just be like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? But I'm not gonna say it, but Yeah, and what's the second part? What would I say to someone who looks up to me?
Yeah.
See, I would say, fuck. I'll say,
You got this.
You gotta keep an open mind. That's one thing you gotta do. Because people can tell you whatever. Parents can tell you to follow, be a lawyer, be this, be that, because they see the cheese. You get me? That's what they see. Like, if as long as you get to pay your bills, then everything's fine for you. But that's not why we're here for. We're not born or brought to this earth just to work 9 to 5s or work all day so you can pay your bills, and the cycle, just continues. I feel like everyone has a purpose. There's something that's gonna either impact their family's life, someone's they don't even know. You get me? So it's like, if you're young, if you're watching this right now, don't make it about you, because it's not about you. It's not about you, not even for a second. So, look at the people around you, look at your family, then look at, whatever it is that you're interested in. It could be skateboarding, it could be, I don't know, sports, but you might not even be that good in sports. You might not even be like the best football player in your team, but kind of look at how you can kind of navigate yourself around the football, world, the football thing. How can you impact someone without even being on the field with the, whatever. But I feel like if you really want to find your purpose, though, truly want to find your purpose in life, then there's only 2 people you can look back on. There's just 2 people in your life that you can look back on, which is your parents. And I feel that's where it comes from. And then after that, you look at your environment. But your environment sometimes might not favor your, it might not really favor your purpose in life. You might grow up in a family, in an environment where things are just bad. They're just bad. But you're meant to be big. You're meant to be like maybe Beyonce, or you're meant to be big as Jay-Z. So it's like your environment might be so bad, but don't blame it. Just kind of look further than that. Just dream bigger than that. Just kind of experience things until you find that one thing that you do, and just be like positive vibes with it. And it's just helping people. So I don't know, just keep an open mind, fam. Just keep an open mind. If anything, it sparks your brain, go towards it, see how it goes. And if it works out, if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Just don't be mad at yourself, don't beat yourself up. Just kind of, be glad that you did it. Be glad that you took that step to just kind of experience that whole thing. And then, continue to the next until you'll find it. It's always there. But yeah, that's just my advice, man. That's my little part.
Beautiful, man. So I like that a lot. I'm sure others like it as well. So next is to tender K. Whenever you're ready.
I don't him.
Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeff,
Jeffrey.
Let me go next then.
I think he's asleep. Let me go check.
He's there, bro. This nigga, bro.
What you got?
Go on.
I don't funga. I started his accent, so.
You mute yourself, bro.
Wait pa mute. That's so cool.
He's doing it on purpose.
It's turbulences. Listen.
Go on. Do you want me to repeat the question or?
So obviously, I was inspired to be a pilot from a young age. I always liked flying planes and making paper airplanes. Because now I'm joking. Now let me be serious. Oi, what's the first question?
First question is, how did you get to where you are mentally, physically, or just to tender K?
To where I am. I don't even know where I'm at from.
Look at my finger. Looks like DeAndre's.
Listen, bro, you're in uni. You're going.
So basically, American football, what started? To be fair, it all started with dancing. Really, it all started with dancing. Yeah, I used to, I still do dance, but just not as much in it. But yeah, it all started with dancing, and then like social media and stuff like that. So obviously, most of you might obviously know Odell Beckham. Yeah, that's my guy right there. That's my guy right there. Basically, I used to watch like, do you know like when Vines were a thing? Yeah, I used to watch like his videos and like his celebrations, and he was just a lit dancer in it. And obviously, I just started like I just like the celebrations. So obviously, man used to watch them a lot in it. And obviously, in like year 10, I started going like, oh, this actually is sick sport. Cause I used to like rugby. I used to like bulldog stuff like that. Just like murking people, like juking people and stuff like that. And like, you know, messing with people's ankles and like rugby and like dodgeball and not dodgeball, bulldog and stuff like that. And so like, oh, this sport is actually sick. Like I remember one time for rugby tryouts in like high school, we made it like American football. Like we weren't even playing rugby anymore. And also I was like, oh, and obviously I think I'll say year 10. Year 10, I then like done some research, and there was a team in Norwich called Norwich Devils, I think. Yeah, so obviously we went there, and like I enjoyed it and stuff like that. But they were saying that it wasn't contact, so I went that one time. I was like, oh, that's dead. I want the full impact. And obviously, I just started playing for fun at like lunchtime in school and stuff like that. And I just started watching games, like the actual NFL and stuff like that. And just started, you know, getting more like knowledge of like the game, more players and stuff like that. Like I don't even support a team in American football. I just look up to like all the players and stuff in it. So yeah, and then year 11 came, just playing for fun at lunchtime and stuff like that. Playing, like starting to do you know, routes and stuff like that in like year 10, year 11, year 12. And then when I started looking for uni, I tried to look for a uni which was, you know, good. So obviously in sport and like American football is like Division 1, Division 2, stuff like that. And when I saw Hertfordshire, I was gonna go UEA, but they're their team still. But we won't talk about that.
Why are you mocking your hometown?
Did they not beat you?
Wow. Wow. This guy's baiting us out.
Nah.
This guy's baiting us.
That's a violation.
They beat us, but we beat them when they came Hertfordshire. Relax.
Nah, I wouldn't take that.
But yeah,
I wouldn't take that.
We're better than them anyway. We don't talk about that.
I wouldn't.
They play on grass. Tell them to pattern that up. But
We'll go to the bench.
Guys, I'm so tired. I'm coming on you.
Of course. I'm not. I don't feel violated. Thank you so much. But yeah,
it's a joke, innit?
And obviously, Division 1 is like the bigger division in it. And yeah, I was like, oh, Hertfordshire is a good uni and stuff like that. And yeah, like I only enjoy uni. I'm not gonna lie to you because of American football. I like going training and stuff like that. Like if I'm being honest, I haven't played in the position that I want to yet. But hopefully in second year that I'll play as a wide receiver. I've only played in like special teams, so that's like kickoff and stuff like that. So obviously, hopefully with all the training that I've done, I'll, you know, get a chance. But yeah, the sport is something I really enjoy and stuff like that. Who's speaking? Yeah, so obviously, that's that. And when I said like the business side of everything, obviously I want this year, next year, for the rest of like uni, I want to be like training to like, you know, try get seen in American football. And obviously I'm praying about it as well in it. But I also aspire to be like a personal trainer and then hopefully have my own gym. And then obviously look for athletes that have that don't have the opportunity. So athletes in like you know, less fortunate places, countries and stuff like that. because like I was just deep in it. I was talking to Darker, like, you know, deep conversations on the bike rides and that. And I was just saying that there's a kid in like Africa who's a better athlete than me, but he just can't be seen because of the environment he's in. So obviously I'd want to, you know, get enough money to build facilities to bring those athletes in, train them, bring scouts in, and then they can watch them train and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they can get out of those, you know, what people say, get out of the trenches, innit? But yeah, that's when I said, yeah, soon to be a businessman as well. Cause yeah, I'd want to have my own gym and then my own facilities for athletes and stuff. And to also, you know, to be a PT, because that's what my course is like, you know, building up to be. And yeah, that's about it. And obviously, your last question about someone who might, you know, be looking up to me. It'll be start playing American football at younger, man. Start playing American football at a younger age. Like, don't start. Obviously, I know a few guys in my uni. Like, one guy started playing first year of uni, and a few of them already got a scholarship. Yeah, he only started his first time playing American football was his first year of uni, and now he's in his third year, and he's already like got a scholarship in America. So that's what's motivated me as well to, like, you know, train and stuff, and to actually, like, you know, because I saw like I could actually have a chance out there. Because I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was too late. So for me, it was like, oh, I just want to play the sport. But if it takes me far, then it'll take me far, innit? God willing, innit? But obviously, yeah, start playing at a younger age. Train hard. Also look out for people, innit? Just don't think that you're in a position and you can't be seen. Like, you're in a better position than someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people out there that are better than you. And to build them up, it won't hurt you, but it will help you grow as a person. Like, I wouldn't care if I trained someone and that they became better than me. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be happy to help someone, to especially from a younger age. Like, I wouldn't want someone who wants to play American football to start playing American football at my age. Because if I had the chance, I would have wanted to play at a younger age. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, start doing what you want now. Like, if you're 12, if you're 10, whatever, start doing it now. So when you grow up, it's more clear for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's too late when you get to like 19, 20. I'm not saying it's too late. Like, it's never too late. Death is your end in it. So you do what you want, and it is what it is, isn't it? Thank you so much.
That's beautiful, man. Honestly,
The wise words.
So, DeAndre, how are you today? Whenever you're ready.
So obviously, name's DeAndre. I am a producer slash soon to be accountant slash businessman. I'm a lot of things. Like I said before, don't put your eggs in one basket. So how I got to where I am, music wise, it's always been a thing. I've always loved hip hop from a young age. In fact, that's how I actually learned my English, is by listening to hip hop. I grew up on Lil Wayne, the T-Pain, Drake, all of that. I grew up on that, and you know, I really got inspired to venture in what music was. I tried learning instruments. I used to play marimba, if you know what that is. It's an African instrument. I tried learning guitar. It didn't go well. I tried learning keys. It took a while, but I'm still not good at it, and I'm still not playing. But yeah, music has always been something I wanted to venture into ever since I was a kid. And you know, I did a bit of rapping as well. Yes, I was a rapper before. I used to write lyrics because I was at boarding school most of the time with like study periods. I'll be writing songs while I'm in there, you know. I think I did like, when there's a school, what's called talent shows, where to present your talent. Yeah, I did one of them. Good times. Yeah, I did like rapping as well. So that used to be a thing until I got introduced. And shout out to the guy in here, Mac Beats. He introduced me to FL and the realm of music production and how to make a beat, and how to make a piece of art essentially. And then ever since then I have not looked back. And obviously, like, music in the past 10 years has changed drastically. Like, it's a very dynamic industry in terms of people's likings always change. My production always tries to adjust to what's going on at the time, and which artist is popping off, and whether I like their sound or not, I will make a beat based on them. And yeah, the music thing it's not something that I would say I want to base my career on, but it's something I would love to continue in my life. It's a it's a hobby I would like to take with me whatever industry I'm gonna get into. And yeah, that's the music side. The accounting and finance side, I got into it for various reasons. One, I'm a very money motivated person, and I was generally interested in how money works, where money goes, how businesses, you know, make their money, how they use their money, how they organize their money. That type of thing got me into the whole accounting field. And it's a slight push from my parents to continue it. And to be honest, good push, because it's something that I want to do. Like, I want to know where people put their money. Like, a bank is not just a big storage room with money in it. You know what I mean? How do banks use it? How do investors use their money? You know what I mean? So that's always been something I wanted to look at. And yeah, I have not looked back at it. That's why, like, education for me was something that, I always wanted to pass. Always, 100%. Like, I always tried to compete with myself in terms of, I want to be better than my previous result. If I got a B in the maths test, next time I have to get an A, so I'd work extra hard to get that. And, it's that the type of motivation of being better than myself that got me moving in so many different directions, working so hard to reach my end goal, and knowing full well that the industry I'm entering as well is very competitive. Is It's exciting because I love competition. I love a little bit of competition, friendly competition, that is. I love competing on a level of, oh, you did better than me last time, fine, we can work together and see if I can be better than you, that type of thing. uh yeah, so the money side was always the thing I was wanted to look at. And after watching various movies about the whole accounting world, like, for example, like 2008, like what happened, how did the world go in a state of, what I mean, state of debt, like who do we owe this money to, that type of thing. um yeah, it got me interested in the whole field of money, of accounting. And since then I haven't really looked back on it. I always wanted to continue it. And trust me, as a kid I wanted to be a lot of things. I wanted to be a pilot, a soldier. I had various dreams. Like, it's
Porn star.
insane. Nah. Never that, never that. But I always wanted to be in every industry. I wanted to be in engineering. So accounting for me was an industry that would allow me to enter all those industries because, everyone needs someone to manage their money some way, somehow. So, it's such a broad like career path because you can be an accountant for the NHS just because you liked medicine before, but that was not your thing. You know what I mean? So it's a very broad subject. That's why I picked it because it's like something I wanna, I can always enter an industry I want to do. I wanted to be like as a kid and just get into it. Like engineering, definitely I would love to work in like an engineering firm as their accountant because that way I would know how a plane is made based on the materials they order. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a broad subject and I would definitely like to continue it. Um, Question was like, what advice would I give to someone who looks up to me? Um, it's gonna be similar to Tanaka's, man. Do everything. Do as much as you can. Um, you know, if I was to mention like sport, I played every single sport I can think of just because it was available and I wanted to try it to see if I liked it. Um, I've done a lot of things like I tried fashion at one point. Hell, I still have the hoodie, my first ever hoodie that I made. It's still here. I still have it. I tried. What else did I try? I tried various things. Some of them I don't even remember trying them. I tried art at one point, like like tracing, where you used to like take a book and just trace. Yeah, I used to do that a lot. Um, so yeah, it's in terms of like, well, I would say to someone who looks up to me, don't stop. Like, do whatever you can, and make sure what you pick in the end always links up to what you always wanted. May not be the same, or I've always wanted to make a plane, so let me focus on making a plane. You know, be the guy that gives the people the material to make a plane. You're still in that same zone, but it's just in a different place. You know what I mean? So if you've always wanted something, make sure that it's not always a straight path to the end goal. There's so many paths you can take, but just make sure you're within that same area of expertise that you've always wanted, and just do what you love most, even as a little hobby. Like music is my hobby. I love it so much, but I would not do it as a career. Because it's I love it, but it's not to that extent where I would like say I'm giving up everything to do it, like to do that. But just do as much as you can. Make sure you do what you love, even as a little hobby, even as something on the side, as a side business. Even if you have to let someone else do it for you, as long as you're part of it, just do as much as you want, and yeah, live long. That's practically me.
Love that. I like it a lot. And sorry, everyone's
Wow, thank you.
what everyone's been saying is impactful. Because your story, of course, relates to somebody else, and that someone else is going to tell someone else, and yeah, it's just like a cycle that.
Is that everyone?
Yeah. No, we still got Mike
Is
left.
that everyone? Where's Mike? Mike beats. I'll call your brother, man. Sorry.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are now about to take off in a few minutes. Please make sure you buckle your seatbelt and just make sure you're in airplane mode. Thank you very much.
Hey, DeAndre, call your brother, man.
Hold on. His phone's probably on do not disturb, knowing him.
Yeah, Ondora.
Probably busting.
Yo, man.
What about it?
Nah, I ain't sleep, man. I'm chilling. I'm listening, innit?
Oh my god.
Nah, so sometimes it's actually nice though, because you kind of just vibe out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just vibe out and just be listening to niggas chatting.
and then he fall asleep.
I don't know where this McFadden guy is, man.
The guy ain't answering his phone. He's probably busy doing something.
Oh, you got
Jerry,
check
I
up
want to
on
know
him,
how
man.
you're munching at this hour.
Yeah. Number
Who's munching?
But
Jerry.
nah, Tinder, listen, yeah, after last night, you know I didn't sleep.
Snack, I'm actually annoyed. How are you going to wear those glasses, you know?
My guy's
Okay,
eating
why you
rice
know?
on his arms.
I actually want them so bad, fam.
I think.
Nah, I hate you. I hate you. Jerry, how you eating dry rice?
oh,
Yo, my guy's hungry aloud.
This nigga will eat dry sides.
Yeah.
no,
Okay, fine. Nah,
no.
come on.
But
Come
no,
on.
But
Come on,
imagine dry
guys.
sides eating it, right? And
The
then be
sides
scratching
what?
your throat.
That's what it is.
Can you bring me that tub of Vaseline,
Let's go.
please?
Alright, Tanaka, so are you serious about that motive thing?
Like, how you gonna start talking about it? We're live, innit?
Wait,
We'll
wait.
watch bare niggas start coming. Oh, this wait, when it's released? This will be released next week, innit?
Where's McFadden?
Oi.
I don't know, bro. I have no idea.
Alright, Jerry.
I
On,
will talk about
Yeah,
it
I just
after
need
this
some for my
podcast.
laptop.
Man.
What are you wearing, bro? Huh?
The boxes. Mom said you should go find.
You know that's my younger cousin. He's a retard. They're all retards.
Wait, Lucas joining. Wait.
I can't see who's joining.
Wait.
He's a Hamza. You know Hamza is the type of guy, right? He pulls up when he knows there's a question he likes to answer. Watch if you ask him the question that we've been talking about right now, we're gonna be here for 2 hours.
Hamza, are you there?
Hello.
Alright, how are you?
So what happened? Were you busting?
I'm all good. How are you guys?
What's up? What's up?
So, should I introduce you?
Yeah.
For sure. If you want to.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Oh my days.
welcome everybody.
What
Everyone
it do, man?
Where's
Nah,
my
this
Mac,
guy,
what the
fam, where's
Lizzie,
Why
what
you doing?
Where was Mac? Why is Mac outside?
What one?
What are you doing?
What?
What do you mean?
Nigga, we be looking for you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Mac, we thought
Bro,
you
I
got
called you like
we
3
thought you
times.
got man napped.
Nah, I'm probably doing that.
So
What did I miss? What's going on?
we're asking the same question, but
Anyways, introduce Hamza, man. Introduce Hamza.
Nah, oh, this question is moving mad.
I'll ask Mac when he's settled down. I don't know where he's at right now. But anyway, Hamza, you there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, welcome. Hamza's came to the chat. Of course, Hamza, we're just having a talk.
Wow.
I'm muting you.
Oh my god. Yeah,
So,
this guy.
This guy waved to something.
Yeah, you know Mac, man. Mac could probably be waved at any moment.
So, Hamza, we were discussing this question I asked everybody. I asked every single body. The question was, well, I introduced you as Hamza, a businessman, but the question is, how did you get to where you are in life right now? So your story, and what would you say to the next person who's looking up to you?
Don't do it.
Why? Go on. Your story and why, and everything.
I want to hear everyone else first.
Fam, we've already said ours, man. You weren't here.
People went deep. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Who was the deepest?
I can't compare. Everyone it's all individualistic. So, but go as deep as you want.
Yeah, people went deep, man. People went deep.
I'm trying to understand. You guys. Who's being who? Who's being who?
Alright, just start rhyming, innit?
Alright, Mac.
What's
Get
individualistic?
Mac to explain him first. Get Mac to explain his first.
Individualistic, guys.
Mac, it's you.
What am I saying? What's the question?
Yeah, ask him the question.
How are you where you are right now in life, being the videographer, producer you are? Your story, in other words, or unless you do more than that, because that's that's what I know. But then, and also, what would you say to the next person who's looking up to you?
Who's looking after me? Why are they looking after me?
No, looking
Up
up.
to you.
Oh.
Wait, can I quickly twist that question?
That's
The
deep,
last
you know.
part, just to make it easier for everyone. The question, make it. What would you tell the 10-year-old you
Yeah, in other words.
about your position now, or would you tell your 10-year? What would you tell your 10-year-old, the 10-year-old you?
Get your money.
So go.
No,
How did you do well?
get followers, get views, subscribers. Yeah. Anyway,
So
get it.
so what? Wait, hold on. So how did I get here? Is that a question? Okay, cool. I don't want to go off topic, innit?
That's right.
All right. So basically, yeah, when I was watching TV, fam, I was like, "Rah, fam, look at these people, man. Like, look at the music videos, man. People just vibing, man. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to be like these guys because obviously I was heavily influenced with like Americanized style, music video, fashion, food, you name it. I was like, yo, but I know I couldn't have it because I was in Z minute. So I thought, you know what? If I can't have it, I would act like it. So I started creating my own scenarios. So I kind of came up with this persona that, I'm American, innit? So I started listening to bare music. And I was influenced by Lil Wayne. Sure you all know that. Lil Wayne was a huge like impact in my life. I was listening to like all those lyrics here at the age of 10, 11 years. I knew what he was saying. Well, I knew half of the things he was saying. I was like, okay. So I then started rapping. I actually started off as a rapper. Well, I was an upcoming rapper. Started rapping. I didn't have beats. So I started like getting instrumentals online. But then I didn't like the fact that these instrumentals, they would say, purchase the tracks today. I didn't like that. So you know what? I didn't have money to buy these beats here. So you know what? Let me make my own beats. So I started making my own beats. And I was okay, cool. I made my own beat. I've jammed on the song. Now I need visuals. So how am I gonna get visuals? Right, no one is there to do it for me. So I started filming myself. I'm sure you've seen a couple of videos I've done on my own, rapping in front of the, you know the ones. So that's how it started. I was like, okay, make my own music video. I can make the sound. Now I need a name. So I was like, okay, cool. So I used to I was with this girl, and then one day she just said Mac, and that's how it came about. She just called me Mac. I was like, right, I like this name. So she called me Mac. I was like, right, from now on I'm Mac here. And then I was with another girl, and then she said relax. I was like, whoa, this is lit, bro. So I kind of like joined it together, and Mac relax came up. I was like, wow, this is nice, G. So came that I had so many different personalities because I've got personality, them ones. Also, and then the other thing is I want it to be different. I've always wanted to be different from what people are doing. If you're doing something, I always want to make sure that I'm not doing whatever you're doing because I just like being different. So being different as well comes with a lot of things. But for me, my definition of being different is being different. But yo, man, don't trip. Don't watch that. So I was like, yo, okay, cool. This is where I'm at right now, but I need to get my stuff out there, So I started doing all sorts of things from clothing labels. What else did I do? Yeah, man, I done a lot, man. So here I am right now, still doing my thing. Hopefully I'm trying to get bigger. I just want to get rich, get money, get girl. get what I get, you know what I'm saying? Get kids, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully get, make sure that I make my brothers uncles, innit? You my niggas, you're gonna be uncles soon. But don't watch that. Anyway. So yeah, I'm like, yo, man, what's popping, yo? Relax, you know what I'm saying? So I got this other girl, man, and she's like, yo, Mac, relax. I was like, oh man, I'm feeling that one still. She sent it to me. I was like, oh man, this is hard. So things just happen for me. You know, I never planned any of this. Things just happen. So I like natural events. See, I don't do that type of acting things. But visual wise, yeah, man's trying to create things that I never had in life. So that's why that's why I've got a green screen. Yeah. So if I don't have a house, yeah, I'll just put a house in the green screen. If I don't have a car, you know what it is, man. Just get a green screen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, at the end of the day, man, I'm here because of my. No, I'm not gonna say because of my creativity. It's just because of my longevity. But it's fine, man. Don't worry about that. I've been doing this all the time, man. Started this when I was 14. I started making beats when I was 14. My beats were dead, no one liked them. But I started to improve, you know, thanks to YouTube and that. Shout out to Sarah, the CEO of YouTube, don't worry. But yo, I was like, come on, man, this is lit. So I was like, yo. Then I moved to the UK. Everything is different, man. Me, I'm used to my American ways. I'm like, yo, why are people talking like they must say, are you right? But what do you mean I'm not right? Yeah, I'm good, fam. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know the customs, but now I'm used to it. So yeah, all I'm saying is I'm here because of different experiences, and that's kind of lit still. Because if I didn't have any of these experiences, yeah, I'll probably be not on this call right now. I'll probably be someone else, man. I'm saying, man, everything different, man. You know what it is. I was like, oh man, man's out here now doing my podcast and that. Who would have thought man's doing podcasts, you know? And I'm like, yo. Hold on. Let me finish. Yo, man. So you know how it started? Cool. Let's go like 5 years back here, 2015. I came here, yeah. My man didn't have friends. I was lonely, man. No one knew me. So that's how I kind of got like my energy from. I've always liked being this guy who's on the stage here, just entertaining people. Because that's what I do, man. When I was in school back in Zim, they used to call me Joker in it because I would just, everything you say, I would just say something about it. I would just make a pun. But it kind of grew up with me as well. I still do it. If you say something, I'll still find a way to counter whatever you're saying. That's fine, man. Everybody. So, there's a lot that I want to say, but I feel like I'm wasting time now. But so what I'm gonna say to y'all people listening to this, make sure you subscribe and like as well. Whatever you put your mind to, yeah, just do it. Just do it. I know people be like, oh, bro, why is he doing this? But if you're different, yeah, be different, act different. People don't like you. That kind of picks too, but yeah, just you in it. Be different. But that's what I'm saying. That's the message. Be different and be happy about it. Confidence. If people, you see, yeah, you can be different and not know what you're doing. But if you show that you got bare confidence, people believe you. Me, I like making people believe in me, even though I don't know what I'm doing. But I still make you believe in it. If I told you right now, 1 million, I know you believe in it. I say nice, you know. But what I'm saying is, whatever you do in life, just do it. Don't wait for people to say, oh, what is he going to say about me? What is she going to say? Oh, what if she doesn't reply me? Just jump in the DMs, bro. If you don't reply here, move on to the next. It's like job interview, isn't it? You got to do.
Oh, no.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait.
Nah, this nigga's cancelled. Nah, you're cancelled.
Right, let me finish, man. I was going to get to the conclusion.
Once they just jump in the DMs.
Yeah. Nah, seriously. I'm just trying to say, like, if there's something you want to do, yeah, I beg you, just do it. Don't wait for anyone else, because actually, I'm holding you back. You're just holding yourself back in it, so just do it. Like, if you flop, man. Just move on. You're not gonna die. If you die at peak, but rest in peace.
Namariang, that's my saying. Namariang.
Yeah, money will come, obviously, but it's are you enjoying what you're doing, and is it like actually I don't know. So the next thing is kind of picked, but anyway, just enjoy what you're doing. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I know there's people not in here, but the people around us here. Like I think it's a term that when you talk about your fashion and stuff, like if people like when you start doing something different, and people are like, oh wow, what is he doing? Some people say, wow, that's lit, innit? And then some people are like, oh mad, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, that's real.
It is.
But the fact that you've done it, the thing is you've actually done it. No one else did it. So I would actually give you like points for that. Like he has actually done it. Like no one else thought of it. And that's how I think. That's how like. I mean, I feel like that's how I go here. I just try things that I never thought I would try in it. I would have thought I'll be doing public speaking. I never did public speaking. Right now I'm standing in front of you. Yeah,
That's right.
Like because I know my English is dead, but I'm still talking. You understand what it is, man? Slap.
No, congrats. That's big up.
Thank you, Mark. Honestly.
But anyway, what I would say to my old that's it old, my young soul, 10-year-old, I would say. I mean, that's a question, man. Who came up with this?
What would you tell yourself, man?
I would say be careful of Brexit and coronavirus. Now, on the real though, I feel like I'll be like, yo, I actually don't know, man. Now, can I answer this later? I haven't thought of this one.
That's all right.
There's no later. No answer, Mangwana.
Because that's actually a mad question, you know.
It's a hard question, isn't it?
It's very hard.
I want to thank you, Mark. Obviously, that's your style presenting.
But thank you, man. I could have said bad things, but I know time management and that people want to do things.
We appreciate it.
If you flop, you move on, so don't flop.
You're funny.
But lastly, but not least, Mr. Kaiser, Hamza. How would you describe your story? How you got here, and then where it came from, really, and what would you say to your younger self, 10-year-old self, and to the person looking up to you? Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Sounds like an interview. I'm sorry.
Hamza. Hamza.
Oh, my friend, bro. What's wrong with you? Oh my God.
Hello?
Well, Sean is actually lit, man. I've actually realized this.
Can you guys hear me?
Sean is the best.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Are we still on the same question?
Yeah. It's your turn to describe your story and
bless us.
Situation.
I want to keep it short and simple, and for your audience and your channel. Not like actually, never mind. But in terms of how did I get here, it's really similar to Mac. Like I've always didn't want to like sort of fit in. Like I always knew that there's something different to offer in life than the average get up, get a degree, job, and all this the rat life, right? Rat race. So yeah, and also everyone I've ever looked up to has one thing in common. Like they chose to be different in media, different in business, different in this and that. So that's what inspired me. But in terms of where I am now, to be super honest with you, I don't think I've even scratched the surface. Like some people say, yeah, you've accomplished so much, but in my opinion, like where I see myself heading, I don't even think I'm close. Um, in terms of what advice I would give to my 10-year-old self, it would just be the two words focus and selfish. In terms of focus, be more focused in terms of whatever you're doing, because ever since I was a young kid, I've always been driven immediately to new things, whether that be Rubik's Cube, whether that be dancing, whether that be magic tricks, whether that be camera and stuff like that. So 10-year-old advice would be just focus on one thing and get good at it. And in terms of the selfishness, I feel like I would tell myself that right now as well. And that is, yeah, just be more selfish towards saying no, being forward, sticking to yourself, because I feel like too many people, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, and I'll come to this place, I'll come to this vibe, I'll do this, I'll do that. Whereas when you're focused and selfish, I feel like that's when you improve a lot. So, yeah, that's my answer to your question.
Thank you. Like, out of everyone, you should have heard the ones earlier. People went
For
on.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
Who the
I
hell?
was gonna go deep as well, but I want to keep it short and simple.
of course, that's understandable, man. I think, once again, as I said to the other people, it's going to touch someone, it's going to inspire someone and help someone in their journey. But thank you to everyone, answering the question, showing your side, your vulnerability, and just who you are. Because now people understand us a bit more, our mindsets, and yeah, who we are from boys to men.
Jerry, did you speak?
Yeah, I don't know if I was the first one.
Oh yeah.
So,
This is nigga chatting, man.
so
Wait, Jerry, do the chat show up on the video?
nah, luckily not.
Oh, okay.
So, well, I'm gonna ask one more question, and then I think we're gonna wrap it up because actually, no, I don't know. I'm gonna ask one more question, see how it goes. So, question number 2 to everyone: why do you think there's such power in influence? For example, after this conversation, after hearing people's story, we're all going to be slightly conscious of how we interpret things, how we think about whatever the next thing we're gonna do. So why do you think through like just us talking, we're gonna be like, okay. Or if nothing happens, why do we feel as if what he says doesn't relate to me? What is that?
Because they're different.
Expand.
I mean, it's simple. Yeah, it's a difference of opinion, and it's a different intake of information. Because as our stories tell, we grew up in different environments where we've experienced different things. Therefore, our opinions are more swayed towards people we relate to. You know what I mean? So if I'm relating to Hamza's story, then I would more likely listen to Hamza than anyone else because I can relate to, where he came from and where he is at now. And, the advice he gave in between of like, what would you say to your younger self? And if I can say it now, then definitely, I can do it. So it's more like, it's a different intake of information that makes us, listen to someone else over someone else.
Anything else to add?
That was very mad, man. That was very perpetuate. I love it.
That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, but how else can you put it?
I personally don't feel
To
like
be honest, yeah, I haven't really grasped the question properly. I don't know.
I think that the thing is like I think people underrate the words, the power that your tongue has. I think people always like don't view how powerful your words are. So like I think people can just talk. We can talk and not understand the influence within your words. They can influence you, they can drive you, they can they can push you in a sense, or can even push the people around you, the people listening to you. So, how DeAndre was talking about I'm most likely to listen to someone who has been through what I'm going through, or someone who has been in the environment that I've been in. So I think that is like, I've listened to most designers out there that have now impacted me so much. And that's the thing we're just talking about, is like, they don't know who I am. They don't know there's a guy called Tatenda right now, but still yet to find out. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the whole thing about it, how these guys are so up above, and they just talk these words, right? And they just think they're just saying it because they're just answering a question. However, within that, with those words they use, they track back to me, who's looking up to them, to someone who's paved the way, if that makes sense. And that's just so powerful about the words that you put out in this world, that you never know who will catch them, and you never know who it will influence. But yeah.
But then I think just to finish up on this question, like I feel like it's a very small question. Like it doesn't need much answering. It's just kind of very basic. It's a very simple answer, like what DeAndre was saying, and like, when Sender is now speaking, he's kind of just elaborating on the basic question. But from what Sender is saying, like you never know what you could say and how it could impact someone else. And I'm saying, like, even the explanation I was saying about jump into whatever, like experience as much as you can, because you never know. You get into a position where no, hold on. When I was saying the more experiences you have, the skills you have, is basically your opportunities expanded. So the more experiences, the bigger your opportunities, the bigger your chances of getting to a position where you'd like to be will open up all the time, just because your experience is allowing you to do that, or your skill set is allowing you to do that. And what Senda was saying about someone could just wake up one morning and say something just because they feel like saying it, but they do not know the millions of people they're affecting because of that statement. And so it's almost like I could, like right now, I could just be, for me, or some niggas will be thinking, he's chatting too much. But there's one nigga here that'll be like sitting there thinking, raw, that's amazing, raw. Someone right here is taking in all the notes, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm hearing that. But everyone else will be like, dead. So I think it's always important to realize that, there is so much power in words, and even saying as much as you can that is beneficial will always benefit someone, regardless of if 1 million people think, he's chatting trash. But as long as at least 1 or 10 people have listened to you and like learned something and have been motivated, or they feel like they could now change the world because of what you said, then you've done your job. Yeah, of course, influence has a very big impact. But yeah.
Okay, you three, buddy.
I don't even know what I was just talking about. I'm good told.
Like influence here.
I'm tired of tongue. I'm joking. That's all right.
Oh my days.
Your podcast, there.
Yeah, like influence. It's you can lead someone to a different opinion with influence. You can manipulate someone to have a different opinion on certain things with influence. So it's a very strong power to have, because you can lead not just one person but a lot of people to a certain degree of agreeing with you and not siding with like another person. So that's influence is very powerful, very powerful.
Can I add a question?
Go for it.
On influence, do you think anybody can be influential?
Yeah.
Or do you think anybody has the power to be an influence to someone?
Yes, 100%. Anyone
Anybody.
can be an influence.
Everyone
is an influence because when you grow up, you're an influence to your little brother. You're an influence to your kids.
Some people become like they actually practice how to become more like influential to people because they want to be, have so much influence. There's some people are just unconsciously
influenced.
Yeah, you get me. So I feel like
That
when
makes
you're
sense.
young, maybe like when you're young, when you tell your friend like, "Yo, let's do it, let's do this," until they decide to do it, you just unconsciously influencing that person. But as you grow up and you try aiming high and you try to impact people, you kind of start practicing how to really influence people, really like knowing what you're doing. You get me? Like the words, how to, the tone, the words, the speech, the speed you need to speak with or whatever. Like the touching, the eye contact, all this kind of stuff. So, but I feel like everyone is, they have it in them.
Everyone has a certain amount of influence. It's a matter of scale of like, is it a big influence? Can you influence a lot of people, or are you influencing a few people? But everyone has an influence, not only on someone, at least. Everyone's capable of influencing hundreds of people, but it's a matter of how you approach or how you get to that point where 100 people trust your decision making.
But be
Wait,
careful.
Jerry, have you guys answered? Because I was just looking through the potential questions. Have you guys answered the brands question about? I think it was like, do brands add value or something like that?
I was gonna ask you next. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know, okay.
We can jump right into it. Unless Craig, you wanted to say something?
Nah, just to be careful when it comes to like influencing people. Because if you crave, like there's people out there who just like they crave too much influence, and it just kind of backfires at them. You get me? But
Yeah.
But that's all.
I got one more question before we jump into the brands question. Because when we were talking earlier, I wrote down. It seemed like we're all in the same picture. But would you agree? Our purpose is almost handed to us by the things and environment we grow up in or live in. But do we take it? Or if not, why not? Or what's your point of view on that?
Yeah, we definitely get handed on our purpose. Or we find it out later on in life. Because, environment is a big thing for how you grow up or how you make your decisions later on afterwards.
I think that's where
So obviously you could say it's handed to
Ataura, man, Kitaura.
Go on,
because I was gonna go on the topic of like environment. Like Tanako, you were saying like your parents' business mindset got you into being a businessman. Like, if you grew up seeing people working all the time, you're also gonna get into the grasp of, working all the time. So environment is a very big factor when it comes to like, finding a purpose.
I was saying on my part, I wasn't talking about even. Here, guys, can people not hear me or something?
We can hear you.
Go on.
Guys,
hold
on, it's gonna be quick. I just wanted to say something because what Dion was talking about. Now, when I was talking about my parents, I wasn't talking about me seeing them working or whatever. I was saying it's more of a natural thing. That's more psychological. I'm talking about more psychological stuff, but the impact they've given me psychologically, not actually environmental. Because there's two different. Obviously, this doesn't mean I go into psychology, but there's two different types of like you inheriting skills or talents or whatever. There's you environmentally learning something, or you actually naturally being inherited. So you can be born and naturally just know, because it's just a natural thing. Like let's say Tinashe, your brother, Mac and DeAndre, your brother is naturally, his brain is just naturally an academical brain. It's not just he woke up one morning and environmentally he was always on numbers. He's always just naturally been like that. It's just school has allowed him to enhance that skill. But that obviously environment has allowed me to enhance my skills. But anyways, moving on.
That's a great point. Can I add something to that?
Yeah, sure.
Would you say that your life's purpose is 90% influence, or maybe even 99% influence?
It's definitely
Expand on that
DeAndre
question. Expand on that question.
What I'm trying to say
100%.
in this scenario is, I keep relating back to that Asian doctor thing because I can relate to that easily. Like, wouldn't you agree that there's a high chance that you do end up as a doctor because everyone around you genetically adapted yourself to put yourself in the position of being smart, achieving grades? So it'll be very hard that in that environment you suddenly say, oh no, my purpose is to be a chef, or my purpose is to be a stripper. It's like that's very hard, because if you influence and you're let me finish.
The hands are finished.
Let me finish. If what I'm saying is, obviously you don't have to agree, but if your peers, your social circle, your network is all full of let's just say entrepreneurs, right? And you've been raised by entrepreneurs, your uncle, your friends, everyone in your circle is an entrepreneur. I feel like you're already there in your purpose because you are who you hang around with, you are what you hear, you are your mind's thoughts. So it's very hard that instantly you're like, you know what, my purpose is to be a chef, or my purpose is to be an astronaut. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying.
Can I answer that real quick? If that's all right.
Yeah.
For me, I sort of like to distinguish like what's people's meaning of purpose and passion. Because for me, the meaning of purpose can be, for me anyway, people are different in it. For me, my meaning of purpose is what I'm bringing for someone, not for myself.
Would you say your purpose is destiny? Because you said you think your purpose is passion, but wouldn't you agree that your passion is your life's destiny?
So for me, it's sort of like looking at it at a point of like, what am I serving for someone? Is it a message? Am I helping someone out in the world? Because I think for me, it's like purpose is not about me. Purpose is about someone else. If that makes sense.
Also, you're like
your delivery to the world. Like, what are you presenting?
Yeah.
What are you giving to the world?
It's like when your mom cooks food, right? Or your father, or whoever. I'm not saying that's their purpose, but I'm saying that's the delivery. They've cooked that. You know what I'm saying? They've went through that process to deliver that on the table for you.
I think another thing to do. Wait,
let me finish. So for me, it's sort of like, I'll use my passion to deliver my purpose. So I'll use my passion for fashion to deliver my purpose into this world.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So I think you know when you said when you said, oh, does your purpose, is your purpose influence 99%? For me, it's not, because I have a different message that I want to bring into the world, and I have a different delivery into this world. But I think each person has one delivery. But I think that obviously everyone has an influence in anything they have to deliver into this world. But yeah, I'll shut up.
I think the biggest thing to understand is that influence, like what Hamza is saying, I don't even think it's 90% or 99%. It's just 100%. 100% is influence. There is nothing in this world that is not done by influence. There's nothing you do, you just do it because, I'm thinking of from the basic of my mind. Everything you're doing in life, you're doing it because of influence. Your breathing itself, your natural source of breathing, psychologically, you're doing it because it's an influence. your body is influential doing it. So so if your body is influentially doing, like, functioning out of influence, how are you gonna say my mind is? I do things on my own. There's nothing that affects me, or I don't listen to nothing. There is something you listen to, something you saw, something you're inspired by. Everyone gets inspired. Everyone sees. Everyone, or not everyone sees, but everyone understands. Everyone visualizes. Everyone has some source of inspiration that allows them to be influenced to do something. So there is nothing in your life you can say, that was an influence. Even if the Bible could influence you, the Quran could influence you, your dad, your sister, your dog, your cat, your whatever could influence you.
My DMs.
So your DMs, you know what I'm saying? Your tweets, whatever you're into, you know what I'm saying? X and XX could influence you. So mad stuff could influence you. So what Hamza is saying, 100%, everything is done by influence.
I got a question, a tiny, it's not even a question, it's just like a yes and no. But for Jerry, Craig, and actually everyone in here, wouldn't you say that the question, what is your life's purpose, is the same as me asking, why are you alive?
Yeah.
Because my mother made me.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, why were you asking Jerry and Craig as if they're the only ones alive?
No, you guys are the predominantly on my screens.
But nah, it does. You know, what can I say? Yeah, I know it. Yeah, my answer is yes. I haven't got a conclusion, but yes.
Let's go to the brand question.
All right. So next question is
do you want me to ask the question?
Yeah, by Tanaka himself. Go for it.
Anyways, I was doing a little thinking, and I wanted to understand what everyone else believes or thinks of this question or this point of view. How do you believe brands rule our lives? And how do you think they rule our lives?
Are we talking?
I don't understand. Okay, can you sort of reframe? Because I don't really understand what that question means.
What do you mean brands, fam? Are you talking about phones, kitchen,
brands?
cars?
Brands in the sense of
Balenciaga.
Hold on.
In a sense of
Beats.
technology.
We've got
fashion.
HP. We've got
you got Apple.
We've got Samsung. We've got Apple. These are all brands. LV.
You got Gucci. You have all this. You have McDonald's, KFC.
All these things. Everything that has a name on it, that's a brand. Do we believe they rule our lives?
Can I go? I'm gonna go. No one's talking. I believe, yes, brands do rule.
Nah, never.
Our life. Think about it. Whenever we are wearing high fashion, so like the brands Balenciaga, LV, Gucci, we feel a type of way. We feel as if, oof, I've got money. I perceive to have money. I'm a higher class than you because I've got this brand. So it influences us to show off, to earn more, just to be better than the people who have brands such as Nike or Umbro or Dunlop. You know, these brands.
Umbro's the flow.
I love Umbro, but yeah, no, brands do have a definite impact on people, and I think to a degree as well. You know, in the fashion realm, that's what I'm talking about, and about technology. Whenever you see someone with like a MacBook, you think, oh, you know, they look classy, but if you see someone with HP, you're like, what the fuck? What's that? Why you got an HP laptop walking around with that? So yeah, they do definitely show a lot about yourself and influence a lot. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I didn't mean to cut the tender because I know he was about to say something, but I wouldn't consider myself a high beast. But I do definitely like high quality designers, and I do, I don't really believe in shouldn't waste your money on stupid this and that. I don't agree with that. But designers, Off-White, Virgil, Cause, Balenciaga, all these high end designers, like for sure, like hell yeah, like there's a design, Tom Ford. I'm sure you guys all know Tom Ford. Like I love his way of like his
So
clothing, and I want to like express myself in it. So in that sense, yes, I do feel like
Hamza,
I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
say
ask you a
rule our
question after
life
this.
because I feel like that's too powerful of a phrase to say, but I definitely do feel like they place a super powerful importance.
So Hamza, since you said quality, right? If a different person, not Tom Ford, made the same piece of clothing as Tom Ford, but it wasn't called Tom Ford, would you buy it?
No, I'm buying
It's
See,
the
Tom Ford
delivery. It's the
because
see what I
delivery
Tom
that.
mean?
Ford.
It's the
Right.
delivery that buys, man. It's the
There
delivery.
you
Someone's
There
go.
we go.
There you
It's the
go. Craig, you
delivery.
There
hit
we
the
go.
point. Craig,
I
you hit
think
the
my
point.
peers. Clock now. Clock this. Look off. Look
Craig,
off.
you hit the point.
Look
You
off
hit
it.
the
Because
point.
because
No, no, no.
because
I mean like.
Wait, what was
Oh,
the point, Craig? Here?
Go and
it's the
say it again.
delivery.
If
Think
you mute
about
me
like
again, yeah, I'm gonna hack you.
okay
I know your IP
okay.
address as well.
Oh, Craig. Oh my God.
This nigga.
But
Okay.
anyways, if you think about it, yeah, if you watch like Tom Ford videos on YouTube,
Hell yeah.
fam, the delivery, like it's just the way his voice, he just delivers his products to the people. He makes you.
Feel
He like puts
special.
you, he puts you like in a journey of you wearing these clothes and you're the person who's walking in this outfit wearing this expensive suit, feeling expensive, looking expensive, talking expensive, smelling expensive. And if anyone else does that, like they could make the exact same product, but if their delivery that is not the same as Tom Ford's, you're just not gonna buy it.
Hell yeah.
It's I
I
feel like
So,
agree.
that's
Like
the
I feel like Tanaka would Tanaka, again, once again I keep cutting people off, but
Nah, go
because
on,
you do
man.
like psychology and like stuff like that, and also business, and Jerry as well. Like when it comes to emotional selling, we both can agree, like when you can sell someone through emotions, you're done. Like the deal is 99% closed. And that's what Tom Ford does so well. Like he puts you in this journey, like Craig said, of feeling special. Like when you put on his suit, his ties, his shirts, his perfume, it makes you feel special, and that's what sells. So for sure, brands
feel like that's
definitely
what
do.
I feel like in general that's why people buy.
I
Yeah,
think
emotions.
yeah,
Em-
It's all about emotion.
yeah.
For
and
sure.
like for example, if you buy Gucci, if you buy if you love wearing expensive Balenciagas, I don't think you're buying them really looking at them and saying, I like the way they stitched this, blah blah. Like there's
nah,
people who do that.
you know, I think,
There's
but
people who do that.
The
You
designer.
know,
Go on.
I think this is why I say I think that's when it comes down to like what field you're in as well. Like for you to understand. Obviously, I love how you said delivery because I think as a designer myself, delivery is the most important thing that you can ever bring to the table. Whether it's you've made something, whether for yourself, even if I was to make something for myself or I'm designing something, the delivery that I put on the table and I look at something at the finished product, whether it's my sketch of the final piece of this idea I had in my head, that delivery that I give myself, I'm like, whoa, the process that I've been through this, and I've now had the final prototype of the thing that I was keep on sketching, and it's right here. That delivery is so special. So I think that's the thing. I think with brand loyalty is creating that customer loyalty with people, that people are still gonna buy your stuff even though it's high price, or even though there's still another person was making the same good quality product, but you're hitting a whole different price range. it goes to having that customer loyalty because you've created that relationship. It's like the same thing with your barber. You can go to your barber and get a haircut for like about £20 or £15. I don't know about you, man, right? But just because you've created that relationship with your
DeAndre
barber,
does his own haircut. He doesn't pay.
but just because you've created a relationship with your barber, just because you created a relationship with your barber, you're not gonna turn your head back from your barber and be like, nah, I'm gonna go and get another haircut from this other barber.
I got a
Nah.
question.
I think that was interesting to I don't wanna be cutting no one, but sometimes
No,
in
that's
life you
cool.
have to cut off niggas. But let me finish. Jean-Claude Tara, what I wanted to say, sir. What you guys have all explained, yeah, you've explained. Oh yes, the delivery. This.
I want to
That.
answer your question though, but I feel like anyone. I
I want to
haven't
answer the
answered your
question.
question.
I was about to always answer the question.
All right, go on. Now you answer first. I'll go on.
Up to ball.
Like, yeah, everyone was saying, yeah, the delivery of this, yeah, the like high fashion, whatever. The question, and Hamza, you mentioned that rule our lives was a bit too far of a stretch, but I also want to know why you believe that. But this is why I'm gonna try and get you to understand why I mentioned it rules our lives. Now imagine a life, just try to truly imagine a life, right, where brands are not there. See, hold on. Think about it. Don't answer. Listen, just think about it. Now imagine a life where there is no brands. How does that life look in your head? Just moment of silence. Just think about it.
Personally, it would be great.
I said moment of silence. This nigga's
Nah, I've
talking.
already thought about it, man. I've already thought about it. Let me answer your question, man.
Okay, answer.
Personally, if I'm talking from my own experience, I don't think brands rule. To other people, to a certain extent, they do. Like if I look at other people, like the acting, they're not really like, I don't know. They put something on, they buy something, they start acting like this thing is it's kind of, I don't know, bro. Like they gain some ego from it, like the pride.
Craig, would you buy a Nokia?
I used to have one.
I want to dig at you niggas. Would you buy a Nokia?
I would.
No. Answer the question,
I have
man.
one right now.
Craig,
answer
the bloody
I have
question.
one right now. I have one right now.
No, will you buy a
do.
Nokia right now? Go and spend £500 on a Nokia. Would you do it?
I would do it.
I would.
On a Nokia.
If it was the same quality as an Apple, I would do it.
Let me talk. Hold on, let me talk.
Niggas, I just want to know, you listen to this nigga, right? You heard this nigga.
Let me talk.
He doesn't mind a Nokia. So whoever's trying to buy him any birthday presents, make sure you buy him Slazenger Chucky. Buy him. You remember those PE shoes we used to wear? The Slazengers. Buy him them ones, right? Because he doesn't care about brand. So
let me talk. Me, like, let's say when I buy, let's say clothes in it, I don't really care about where I'm buying from. Because me, I just try imagine the outfit. Like, how can I put that thing on and make it look
good? Buy clothes from Boohoo.
Yeah, I used to buy clothes.
Oh, tell the share your experience.
Boohoo, ASOS. I'll go on Instagram, yeah. I'll go on Instagram.
Why are you trying to at me?
No, I want you to share your experience so then niggas know. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Instagram, yeah.
Now, I'm trying to say, because now you'll never shop at Boohoo.
I think it's about experience, innit? So it's like,
but still, it's still a
understanding.
brand situation. It's still a brand situation.
No, 100%. That's 100%. I understand that, and that's what I think is different for mans, innit? Some mans can still be happy with the experience which I went through and still shop it there. You know what I'm saying?
Dead.
Hey, Tanaka, you know what you said about that was actually a really beautiful point because it created a really vivid thing in my brain, which I wanted to eject into you guys. Is like, you know how you said, what if there was no brands? So like every clothing, everyone had a black shirt. There was no black shirt with logo, black shirt with ripped holes. This will really apply to Jerry, Craig, and to Tender, from my understanding, especially and Mac, because you said like you want to be different. Because think about it, right? if everyone had the same colors and clothing, there'll be people like Jerry, Craig, Mac, and the rest I said, who will want to try something different. Let's tuck in the shirt, let's rip the jeans a bit, and from that, fashion will be created because everyone will be wearing black shirt with blue jeans, but then Jerry will be coming around. You know what? Let me put holes in the shirt. Let me be different because I don't like to fit in, and so on and so on. I definitely think that style and really standing out creates fashion.
Mm.
So what Tanaka was saying about
Okay.
if every clothing was the same, I don't think there will ever be a time where clothing could ever be the same because you have creators like Tatenda and Mac who will want to stand out and experiment. So yeah, that's something I wanted to add in there, even though it's not related to the question.
Now, I've got a point, right? Brands, for me personally, right? It depends what I'm buying.
It's still a brand.
Yeah, it's still a brand. I understand. I understand the.
Condoms.
I don't think it's controlling your life, though. That's what I'm not getting.
No, I
Yes,
don't think it's
it's
Like
controlling my
ruling.
life.
Ruling.
No,
No, it's
no,
not.
not completely rude.
Personally,
For me, it's
I
more.
don't.
I'm a type of person that who looks at price, not brand. I'm influenced
Okay,
by the
okay,
price of something.
okay. Quick one, Craig. If someone said you can only drive the shittest of cars for the rest of your life, would you accept that?
Ford Fiesta.
Is that my only choice? Then yes.
No,
Then
but will you accept that? But then the
But
Mercs and the Lambos are still out there.
bro, but you just gave me one choice right now. That's what you did.
No. I'm saying.
You said if I can only drive the shitest cars.
Mira ndakanga ni
Come on now.
question. Mira ndakanga ni question. Mira ndifunge foot.
We can drive cars.
Okay, what I'm saying is, would you want to never experience a Mercedes, a Lamborghini, or a Ferrari? Would you just want to experience, okay, let me say a basic car like Toyotas and Nissans for the rest of your life?
I'm not close-minded.
No.
Which is why I buy from everything.
Nah,
So
Tanaka, I
your
understand
question right now
exactly
is
what you're
not.
saying.
Your question is not really making sense though, because
I said, the high brands. See,
yeah.
still, even the question is, brands rule our lives. Are you gonna
that's
go
true.
buy a car without a brand?
For sure. No, I understand it now because
I
first I
want
was
to
like
see you
clothes only.
drive a car without a brand.
The reason why people would buy brands is because they trust the man.
Never go Zimbabwe.
No. Listen. Let me explain.
I want to see
The
you
reason,
with it.
the reason I would buy a brand is because I trust that their product is high quality. That's it. But if I try other products, find out they have the same quality for this just difference in price, and they have no name, I will still buy that product.
Wait.
I disagree.
If there was another version of a Mercedes that was the same quality, provided the same luxury, same comfort, I would still buy it because I don't care.
Never.
I'm getting because I'm the type of person that thinks of the purpose of what I'm buying. If I'm buying a car, it's from getting from A to B. If I'm getting A to B in the same amount of comfort, same amount of luxury, I'm good. I will do it. I don't care what nobody thinks.
Would you
kick
live
him
in
out.
Zimbabwe?
Kick him out. Yeah, that's a brand.
If
would
I
you
had
live in
this,
Zimbabwe?
if I had the best lifestyle,
would you live in a nice house?
In a nice house, yes, I'll do it.
And
because I'm now because I would be at a stage where like I have what I need to have. I would definitely 100% live there. Why wouldn't I? Give me a legit reason why.
This has nothing to do with my question. My question is, do brands rule our lives?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And you're saying no.
By rule, okay, hold on.
But then I ask you the question: would you whip a car without a brand?
Hold on.
Yes.
By ruling, what do you mean by ruling? Can you expand on just the ruling part?
I understand exactly what Tanaka means.
When I'm saying ruling our lives, right? I'm saying there is nothing in life. You will never in your life live or buy anything that. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly do this. Exclude toothpaste. Exclude. Actually, dead. Me, I buy the best quality toothpaste because I respect my teeth. I don't know about you, man's buying Primark toothpaste. But anyways.
Wait, Tanaka, do you use toothpaste?
I brush my teeth 3 times now, twice a day.
When? Where?
I brush them in the toilet and I brush them in the afternoon. Anyways. Anyway, no, wait, let me just finish the question. We're excluding toothpaste, the basics of life. You can't. We're not talking about toilet paper. We're not talking about what we're not talking about. We're not talking about type of cats, or we're not talking about. I'm talking about the base, the bigger of things. So like, talking about brands. Okay, let's say Sainsbury's. Actually, no, not even Sainsbury's. No, let's leave them. I'm talking about brands that we know of. Okay, like let's say Gucci, Slazenger. Thing is, if we stay on the fashion situation, there are some niggas that I don't mind. I've got Slazenger trackies, so I'm not gonna bring up fashion. Fashion is a bit different now because there's a lot of niggas in here that wouldn't mind repping some, lower brand, lower brands just because they might have some nice stuff, and some lower brands do have really good quality. So I'm not gonna bring up no fashion, right? No fashion, but I'm talking about in general brands. There's see the question.
We get you.
I feel like there's an example I could bring, but the thing is, I didn't think of hard enough for this. I feel like this question is too deep. I need a proper example to really like.
I just feel like brands give you preference.
They give you preference, but at the same time, let me do it like this. What is outside of a brand?
A brand. Okay,
What else can you get outside of brands? So, let's say Hansi, you're not allowed to purchase any type of brand. What are you gonna go purchase?
Nothing.
A product.
Water.
No, but what product doesn't have a brand?
Everything needs to have a brand.
Thing is, yeah,
but that's not controlling.
No. Listen.
So,
let me explain.
Brands do rule our lives because there is nothing you can buy without a brand.
No, not really. If you're blind,
DeAndre, kick him up.
You wanna get the people is the brand you.
Let me say something. Let me interpret a different way. Brands, because the guys who don't understand, I feel one way you could say it is brand put us in borders, right? Because we purchase a brand, right? We feel as if, okay, we reach this category. But if we purchase something like Umbro, we're like, oh, they're lower class, they don't have money, this, that. That's what brands.
That's just society messed up.
Yeah, I don't feel things like that, man. Like, I don't even care. Like,
you're a child.
No, but my question is in general. Brands. I'm saying brands are the reason why this world goes round because of brands. This world, I feel like brands is. You could even say brands is in the same. When people make that statement about money makes the world go round, brands make the world go round. Like for me to think about, one day I want to drive a Lamborghini. Yeah, that's allowed. That's for some people, like Hamza was saying last week. Lamborghinis and that high life, it inspires me to want to work hard because I want to live that life one day. See, and that's allowing the world to go around because now Hamza's gonna go out there and work as hard as he can, producing and giving back to the world while giving back to himself. So him giving out to the world by buying that Lamborghini. So that's him allowing the world to keep
I have a
going
question
around.
for you.
So Chi,
with your question, the one you're answering right now, what are you trying to achieve with it?
I'm trying to make people understand that.
Because I get where it comes from, but
hold on. The same way we are in Earth, right, is the same way. There is no way you can live without brands. Yeah. So I'm trying to say, as much as you say, like, I don't mind what type of country I live in or what type of this, but at the end of the day, you're still in Earth.
So at the end of the day, you can say, oh, I don't mind what brands I stay with, or I can go in this brand, I can stay with this brand, I can stay with this, and then I don't mind. But at the end of the day, you're still in that bracket of brand.
Is it bad or good?
No, it's not necessarily bad. It's just a discussion.
Wait,
I wanted
Tanaka, what do you say brands is the same as influence? It links back, everything almost links back to influence.
Everything is influence. I've already said this. Everything is attached to influence.
Influence and emotions.
Influence runs the world.
For sure.
Influence is the world.
For sure. I feel like, wouldn't you say woman? Because I feel like I think everyone in here is straight. I think so. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure. But,
you picking up?
But wouldn't you say that woman, like let's say the person you're about to date, which is going to be a woman, I presume. But wouldn't you say like that's she's a brand, like let's say she's African, she moved. No, I'm not saying you're buying her. I'm not saying from that perspective. I'm saying like she's labeled in terms of like.
Are we buying people again?
No, listen to me. Don't jump to conclusions. What I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is.
I'm jumping right now. No joke.
Mute him, man. Let me finish.
Oh, finish.
I'm saying like people, like all of you guys, if you really think about it, is you guys are branded.
Yeah, I'm a brand.
You're Christian. You're from Africa.
No, exactly what you're saying,
you can
right?
speak Shona. Like that's a brand characteristic.
Talking about celebrities. Celebrities are all brands. You know how like Drake can't say certain things because it will ruin his brand. You know what I'm saying? If Drake came out and said I love kids, I was telling Descender this the other day. If Drake came out and said, I love young kids, everyone would be like, oh, Drake is a pedophile. No one wants to be associated with him no more. Why? Because he loves kids. So he's now ruined his brand. Exactly. R. Kelly ruined his brand. No one wants to chill with R. Kelly no more because his brand is cheap. His brand is now pedophile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So essentially, we're all Jerry's is a brand. You know what I'm saying? Craig is a brand.
Sure.
Mac is a brand. You got Mac Beats UK. He's a brand as himself. So if Mac starts going, if Mac starts out here going to rape little kids, no one wants to dealing with Mac Beats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
because
but
that brand. So no one is talking about So we can be like no matter.
I feel like I know exactly where you're coming from, but I feel like just because a brand it did something, like Michael Jackson, there's this rumor going around that he's a pedophile. That doesn't mean I stop listening to him. Michael Jackson slaps, or like same with like Kylie Jenner.
No, it's different. What I'm saying is that it's you now know, because I think it's different when it's what's the word? What's the word when it's assumed? What's that word? When like something's assumed, like you don't actually know if it's true.
Stereotype.
Or not. Is it stereotype? No, it's not stereotype, man. What's that word, man?
Assumption.
Nah, there's another one. The actual word, like rumor. Yeah. So when there's a rumor, that nigga might be a pedophile. To you, it's not gonna really hurt you if you're a fan. If you're a fan, it's gonna be like, bro, I respect that nigga. But then, as soon as you hear, that nigga was a Satanist, or that nigga was, was out here messing about with kids for real, and there's evidence to prove it, then it might make you think, I've listened to his music on a low. Like, I can't be letting no niggas know I'm listening to this nigga. Like, you can still listen to his music and be like, I respect his music. But his brand is now tarnished, even for you as a listener or as a fan, because you now realize, oh crap, the person who made this music was, I don't respect that. So,
but that's from your perspective. So if you're saying like, let's say me, right? Let's say I come out with something really bad. Would that mean that you stop being my friend?
No. What did you do? What did you do?
I don't know. I killed someone.
What?
I killed someone.
If you kill someone, me personally, I want to know what did they do. I want to know what did they do. Me, I'm a victim blamer. What did they do for you to kill them?
I got pissed off.
Now think of this, yeah. You know, like Tory Lanez and Megan when they went like thingy Kylie's. You know that night when that thing happened, the incident. Yeah. Apparently, Kylie and followed Megan and Tory Lanez because of her brand.
That's management, though.
Would you say?
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, but it goes back to what Hamza was saying, that we're all brands. So Kylie Jenner is the brand herself. So that's the same thing. If Kylie Jenner was caught out here doing madness, yeah, then her brand is going to be tarnished. But obviously, people, I think it's different to understand. You know, like especially with females nowadays, right? Their brand. See, I'm not. If I can get killed for it, I don't know.
Nah,
But,
I want to go back to Hamza.
Hold on,
man.
Like especially some women now, especially the celebrities or whatever, big ladies. Like I think I was telling Sender this, like Megan the whatever. She's got a degree or something. She's actually a smart girl, whatever. But if you look on the Instagram, it's always her twerking. It's like, oh right, okay, that's her brand.
I want to go back to
her brand
Hamza.
is all about sexualizing.
I want to go back to Hamza. Hey. When you said that the girl you're going to marry is
branded.
The brand is branded. Yeah. I want you to expand on that.
Yeah, what I basically meant is that whoever you choose to be friends with, associate, do business with, marry, date, have whatever, right? There's something in her which is related to a brand that makes you want to pursue further. Like with me,
not
with
you, Hamza. You get chosen.
But like your friend, like your best friend, there's something in him which has the same characteristics of a brand, which makes you want to go further with him.
Shut up. Keep quiet. Making noise.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you still understand?
It's probably all influence as well, because I'm sure I feel
like everything, no matter what time we wake up tomorrow, the step we take when we get out of bed, like Tanaka said, our breathing, I feel every single thing we do in life is influence.
That's how we learn. That's how we acquire knowledge. That's how we become humans.
We've all been conditioned to like Bunda,
If it wasn't for influence, we wouldn't be sitting here right now talking about this stuff, man.
I was going to ask, what would the world be like without influence?
There will be no world.
The world won't be.
People just be robots.
Even animals.
Think about it, right?
What? Even animals do influence.
Think about it. Even as Christians, we know that Eve influenced Adam to eat the apple. So where we talking about? So influence. As a Christian, we already know influence has been there since day.
Yeah. So does that mean women are trash? If you really think about it, because we have the same story. Eve convinced Adam, the poor fella, to eat the apple.
What is it, a poor fella?
So that means that since day one, women are Satan.
No, women
are satanic.
No, I wouldn't say they're trash.
Never listen to women.
Yeah, there's some niggas that are trying to protect their brand right now. And now women are good.
So Hamza, you don't listen to your mother.
Speak.
I wouldn't say they're trash in the bar.
Hamza, you don't listen to
women
your
are
mother.
beautiful, man. Women are beautiful. I respect them.
But sometimes too naive.
You don't listen to your Hamza, to your mother.
Wait, I can't understand who's saying what.
Yo, your mother's a woman, in it. So why are you saying don't listen to women still?
Nah, why are you taking it that deep?
I don't know. Because the way you're saying, you're being hella negative about women. Your mother's a woman. How about that?
Why do you shut up? You sound like a feminist, man. Go away.
What did you?
Oh, no, yeah, listen.
Wait, what
you say? Fam, just go back to your room, man.
Oh, chill, man.
DeAndre, Hams, he's going to come to your yard. You're going to have to make him, man.
I got another question. This is going back to the.
Was DeAndre gone?
No.
I mean, the last question. Well, maybe not last question. We'll see.
DeAndre left.
Good.
Ages ago.
No, was he not just talking?
He was talking through Mark.
He was speaking about, being so negative to women. It's hurting my feelings. Shut up.
All right, Jerry, go on.
Right, my question is relating back to Tanaka's brand, the whole brand thing.
Why? Shut up or I'll bang your nose back in place.
Ooh.
This guy, man. Me, I don't like this guy, fam. He just...
Oh, man.
Who hurt you, man? Do you really like women that much? I mean, I don't understand why you saw it.
Right.
Continue, guys. Continue, man.
Let Jerry go, man.
Why do billionaires, as we
Did
see...
Lily hurt you that much that you hate women?
Oh my God, this
Wait,
guy,
you
fam.
Do you understand? Wait,
Yeah, DeAndre, are you?
Wait, you crying?
Yeah, what's wrong with your brother, fam?
Bro.
What's wrong with him?
No kuranga.
Nah, fam, you need to chill out.
No kuranga.
I'm so good up, man.
Okay. The last question.
Yeah, I'm actually light skin, you know. I've clocked it.
You man's are
Thank you.
funny, fam.
Thank you.
What's going on? Why are they beefing for?
No one knows.
Alright, so this, short niggas they've a short temper, fam. They just
On this.
start acting up.
So
Pama Garo, purchased.
No go push a button. Why do you want to?
Alright, carry on.
alright, this relates to brands. So why is it billionaires we see Mark Zuckerberg, we see which other billionaires there? Jeff,
Tanaka.
honestly.
Tyler Perry.
Why do they not wear brands? Is it because they know? Well, why do you think?
Nah, well, hold on. Nah, that question is vague.
They wear brand every day, fam. They
Innit?
are a brand.
They are the most. Nah, I feel
They
like
are a
this is such
brand.
a stereotype. Every picture you see on Instagram is like the Zuckerberg wearing his blue shirt.
Bro,
like,
trust me,
bro,
they are a brand.
They
That is
love
Ralph
brands.
Lauren.
They love spending.
Polo shit here.
Because Tanaka was saying in the last podcast, after you reach a certain amount of money, then it's just pointless. So I see that. But when they were coming up, like becoming a millionaire and just a billionaire,
I already said this.
They were buying.
Fam, even now, Bill Gates, the amount of Porsches that nigga, he loves Porsche. Yeah,
His houses, everything.
And the thing is, with Bill Gates, right, he's always been a rich nigga since day one. Since he was born, his parents were already rich. So with him, money is not like something he's even like, oh, as soon as I call, let me go and buy Gucci. I'm sure he probably went through a phase. He was like, oh, let me buy that, and he got bored. Yeah, but with him, especially with billionaires, they've got other things to actually spend money on. You'll be thinking clothes is the only thing they spend. They don't actually care about clothes because they've got other things where money is going into. You know, them niggas be spending 100 million on a yacht. You be thinking, they just wear Slazenger. Or you're mocking Slazenger when they got $100 million yacht. Okay, shut up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jerry.
They invest more in their brands than anything else.
Wait, Craig, Jerry, if I let's say
they're
tomorrow,
just
right?
they're just on a bigger level.
You wake up billionaires, right? Every single one, even the little. Actually, no, everyone wakes up a billionaire, right? Would you just continue living the way you are, or would you want to upgrade
I would
brands?
as well. I would live the same way I'm living.
I already live like a billionaire. From what you talking
about? Be serious. Like to tender. Like if you woke up tomorrow, right? Would you not want to invest in a better, I don't know, equipment or whatever, like for your designer stuff? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'll buy a flat, pimp it out, bring 10 girls, music. Yeah, man. Like Michael Blackson, literally.
Now, I think if we're being realistic, if, for some reason, there's £1 billion in my account, it'll be difficult for me to just say, let me quickly switch up, let me go Rari, mansion, da-da-da-da-da. I still would want to take it slow. So let's say the same way, like, you know how them niggas that be winning lotteries and then all of a sudden next year they're broke again. I even understanding that, I'm like, okay. I need to take my steps nice and slow. I need to get to that billionaire status as a billionaire. Like, I need to understand how it felt to be a six-figure nigga, to be a millionaire, and then to be a centimillionaire, to be a centi, and then to be whatever, $500 million nigga, to a billionaire, then $10 billion nigga, 100 billion. So these are all stages that they all took. You know what I'm saying? For them to get to where they're at, they took stages. Is that DeAndre? You know, look, DeAndre's fat. Why is it like a cartoon? You know that cartoon? What's his name?
Mickey Mouse. Yeah, why are you bullying DeAndre, fam?
His face is just popping up, man. That's what I'm saying. And
also, like, if you think about no billionaire, like, if you all subconsciously pretend you're at that level, like, even if you buy brands every day, like, that's what, $1 million? You're 999 million away from spending it all. So I feel like when you reach that level of wealth, brands doesn't really matter. It comes down to purpose. The first question I joined into is like, it really comes down to purpose. Like if your purpose, which is why I'm low-key scared, is like get the finer things in life. Okay, fine. I know I will get them. Like that's for sure. But then what's after?
Yeah, I think
I've got the Lamborghini, I've got the mansion, I've got the yacht. Like what's next? So that's why your purpose should be powerful.
Yeah, that's why I think what Senda was saying about it being bigger than you. So your purpose is about
How you
something
gonna
that
buy a yacht when you
is-
can't even drive a car?
If your dream doesn't scare you, it's nothing.
You're not dreaming big enough.
I don't know.
But hey, thank you to
Wait. I had a question because I really wanted to ask something.
Go on,
MetaMask.
My
MetaMask.
question.
Which one
My
was
question
going?
was.
Wait, what's this guy doing?
Guy got them cigarettes, fam.
Do you actually?
Things change, fam. People change, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Why Hamza gone?
my question for all of you guys here is: would you say homeschooling is better than traditional schooling?
No. I've thought
Um,
about this before. No.
it's
To an
better if you
extent.
wanna focus, but social terms here, you need to be social as well. I think it's not healthy for you in terms of being social with people. Because think of it, if you start school like homeschooling, I'm pretty sure your social skills will be mad. So I feel like traditional schooling, you get best of both in it. You
And
education.
I feel like you struggle when it comes to learning with a group of people when you're so used to just doing things by yourself.
I think especially for you, Hamza, who doesn't rate the whole school and whole education system.
I don't rate it.
Yeah, we all don't rate it.
Me,
But
I think for like 18 years of your life, it's really important, man. It's really, really from like.
So so you're saying you need traditional schooling in the first 18 years of life?
No, not traditional schooling. The traditional the events. So I'd say the events that happen in school. So you meeting new friends and meeting new friends and people and new girlfriend, all that kind of stuff. I think it helps you enhance your social skills. And obviously, we already know that for everyone here, I'm sure communication is probably one of the biggest things to have. Like that's the biggest skill you need to have. If you can't communicate, there's no way you'll be able to get anywhere in life unless you're a computer geek.
So why I agree, I 100% agree. So why does, well, at least in my perspective, almost every single celebrity I know, they did homeschooling for the kids, especially the Kardashians.
It's
so why
fear.
Why do you think
it's fear? It's fear.
Security.
It's all fear because they know if they release their child to go to school, to a public school, whatever, or a private school, where there's people, the fear of someone robbing or taking their child, kidnapping a child, it's very high. The percentage is very high just because of who they are. So you'd say it's a selfish thing. Max, shut up. You could say it's a selfish thing, yeah, but it's a selfish thing on their behalf because they're doing it for them. They're doing it they don't want to experience that kidnap. They don't want to experience that. They have that fear of things. So it's really about them. The private schooling, the homeschooling is not even about the kids. It's about them and allowing the kids for them to not experience that kidnapping life or my child got stolen. Da, 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 da.
Okay, let me kind of reverse it, right? Let's say all of you are dads, which I think some of you are again. But let's say you got kids, right? Would you want your kid to, like, let's say, because when you're a parent, you send your kids to school, you don't know what's their friends, what they're talking about, what's going behind the lessons. Would you want to avoid that sort of interaction and just teach the kid yourself or get a private teacher? Or would you want to send...
My child is going to go experience that even after homeschooling. There are so many mandems in here. I'm not going to mention names that have they never got to experience, let's say, the life they really wanted to live at home or the restrictions they used to have at home. Even my own girl, she had the same situation at home. She never got to enjoy life the way she wanted to enjoy it. So uni is like the way up. Now I can, even though at home, yeah, I didn't want to do that, but now uni, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. So those things that you're hiding from your child are saying, nah, you can't go and do that. You can't go and do that. By the time they get a chance to be released, LSD, cocaine.
Now, what I'm saying, once my kid is 3 years old, I'm gonna be taking them places where it's too social for them. Put them out there, man.
I feel like enjoyment. Tanaka was saying enjoyment. I feel like enjoyment is different for everyone else. Like people, the most common reason why people want to get away from home is so they can beat and do, dumb shit. But whereas for other, enjoyment is learning more, like other things. So I feel like enjoyment comes down to your personal, your personal reasons.
My enjoyment
and
is thing, yeah.
Like Jerry and Mac, because you guys are on, and me included, are going on that like influential vibes and like trying to grow the social brand and personal brand. Let's say it works out and like both of you have millions of followers and everyone on the street knows you. Would you take that quote unquote risk and send your kid to a public school where there are dangers of them being bullied, people asking them for money and like all that stuff?
No.
Expand.
I think that's why you see a lot of celebrities do not actually share their children online, because the time you now know, that's what their kids look like. Okay, I'm gonna go find. So you see them niggas like DJ Khaled, they don't really care because he's keeping them kids indoors. He's keeping them kids indoors. They ain't going nowhere.
Got killers.
He's got.
He probably does. He probably does.
And of course, they've got killers. Nah, me, I'm gonna have killers. I ain't have killers. So there's no. I'm be a billionaire without killers. You think Bill Gates didn't have killers?
Well, hire me for the best.
That nigga's got killers.
I'm the best in the field.
You know Mark Zuckerberg be killing niggas. Anyone that tries to chat too much. You know them niggas that be quitting, saying I don't want to wait for Facebook anymore. But, okay, cool. That nigga will go get their family. Are you sure you don't want to stay? No, I'm lying. I'm coming back to work. Okay, that's what I thought. Nigga.
Nah, you watch Bare Knuckles, innit? Thank you, guys. Me, I am about to leave.
Boys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm
gonna roll on that DeAndre.
I think that's a lovely way to end it, just on that note of our future kids, our future, what our future's gonna be like, and I hope you guys watching will think about everything we talked about. If you disagree or agree, let us know in the comments what you like, dislike about some people. Probably Mac that is talking to our, but hey, we thank you for watching the episode today. My name is Jagan Chefu, the host. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe if you're new, and be sure to check us out next week. We're posting every week, you know how it is. So once again, thank you. My name is Jagan Chefu. Anyone else got anything to add?
That got stuck saying.
Yeah. Let me say something to the viewers.
Safe, keep your distance and stay home. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Comes a good.
I want to say to every single person watching this, right? Be focused and be selfish.
Thank you. What's the check ever?
Mac, what you wearing? What you doing?
And that's it. Right. So thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next episode from Boys to Men. Goodbye. That's it.
Oh, wait, that was a big one still.
That was a long. I think that was 2 or 3 hours.